Hey everybody, Average Picker here. So I figured last night we picked a long Euro cylinder. Tonight we'll pick a long Euro cylinder. This is a Pfaffenhain. Here, I will try to hold it a little still for you. There you go. We'll see what we can do. This is a much trickier lock though than the one we picked last night. We're using a 20 thousandths pick, which is just barely enough to get in there. And the lock itself has a kind of a muddy feel to it. The pins drop very easily. Okay, we're in a false. And what I know about this false is when I get the false, I don't ever recover and get it out of the false. And I can get it out of the false, but then I never get it picked. Whatever I do to get it out of the false, oversets something. Okay, we definitely were out of the false. We dropped a lot of pins. There we go. Hey, so that's the first time I have ever gotten it into the falsette, where I've then managed to recover and get it picked open. Yeah, awesome. That felt good. So yeah, well, I'm not gonna gut it. I guess I could. I don't know. It's kind of late at night. Because I do have these little nester things. Putting it back together might be a pain. I'm curious what's in this one though. But yeah, so that's another one of our big cylinders there. Let me flip the camera around real quick. So some of you know the ASA Flex Core is one of my nemesis locks. Everything says I should have it picked. This to me feels like a prototype. It's not a prototype lock, but this feels like, the grandfather or something of the Flex Core. And I just mean that, like, the way the pins set and the way just the inside of the lock itself feels. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you've picked a Flex Core, you may know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. I really thought I remembered somewhere on this lock it having some kind of ASA thing too, but I may be thinking of a different lock. So yeah, there it is. There's the Pfaffenhain. Let's see how it compares to the one we picked last night. Let's see. So, it's actually a little bit shorter. Yeah, just a tiny bit. So that means this might be the longest one I own. This thing's absurd. I still don't understand putting this in a door. It makes me laugh. I really like this lock a lot though. I've had it for a while. Took me a bit to get it picked, though it was really challenging for me for a while. Some of it though became when I switched and I started going bottom of keyway tensioning, and I started using the little hybrid in 20 thousandths guy, this is one of my favorite picks. Don't use them a whole lot, but I have like 4 or 5 of them in reserve because they do have a tendency to bend a little bit right in there. But yeah, man, getting into some of these cylinders, like this thing just chews them apart. I have said before there are no magic picks, and I do stand by that, but this guy, when he works, really, really works. Great little pick. So yeah, well, there we go. Pfaffenhain picked. You guys have a good night.